Hi everyone, it is Power Up Pilates day 26 and today we're going to be doing a really lovely sitting workout to get your spine moving in rotation, flexion and lateral flexion and really challenge your core with some pelvic rock backs as well. All you need is a mat, and if you want something just to give you a little bit of height through your hips, a little cushion, either a narrow one like this one or something slightly firmer and thicker is going to help you just to give you a little bit of a lift and make some of these exercises more comfortable for your hips. Okay, so we're going to start in our long frog seated position. So I'd like you to find a place where you're sitting with the weight going down evenly through both of your hip bones. Your feet are together out in front of you and your knees are just opening out to the sides. Now here, if you want to add in that cushion, just sit on it and you might find it's a little bit easier to find that neutral sitting position. So think about a piece of thread pulling it through the crown of your head. So you're nice and tall here, your shoulders are melting down and your core muscles are coming in to support you here. Okay, we're going to go straight into our seated side. I'd like you to reach your hands out to the side. Take a deep breath into your rib cage, and as you breathe out, start floating one arm all the way up, reaching through your fingers, and then reach up and over, taking the weight onto that supporting hand, thinking about lateral flexion through your spine. Inhale to restack your spine, and then float the arm down. Going to go straight onto the side, so breathing out, reaching up and over, taking that weight onto that supporting arm, really reaching through those fingers. Lovely stretch down the side of your body and restack. Good. Let's go again. Breathing out, coming up and over. Restack and down and going again. All the way up and over. Tummy muscles coming in to support you. Restack and down. Good. Okay, so this time we're going to add in a rotation. So once we've gone over to the side with our hands, we're then going to reach forward and feel a gorgeous stretch all the way from the outside edge of your hip up your side all the way into your shoulder. So breathing in, let's breathe out, reach that hand up, coming up and over, and then let's reach forward and feel that stretch. You're adding a rotation to your spine now, opening up back to the front, restack and down. Let's go on the other side. Breathing out, reaching up and over, really bring your toe muscles in to support you. And then rolling forward and feel that gorgeous stretch. You might be tighter on one side than the other, and that's completely normal. Okay, let's go again. One more time to each side. Breathing out to come up and over, reaching forward, restack and down, and again, all the way up and over, and think about that gorgeous stretch. Actually, we're going to do one more of these because it just feels so nice to get that movement into our spine and into our rib cage. And if you suffer from scoliosis, this is going to feel so nice on your spine. Reaching forward, restack and down on our final one. Breathing out, core muscles coming in to support you. Reaching all the way up and over, restack and float that arm down. Lovely. So now we're going to go into some pure rotation. So I'd like you to float both hands up and then clasp your hands behind your head, press your head back into your hands and just open your elbows out slightly wider. So here, keep your shoulders melting down, piece of thread coming up through the breastbone and the crown of your head here. We're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, let's start to rotate to the side. Keep your legs relaxed. Think about that twist through your spine. And come back through to our center position. Let's go to the other side. Rotating around, try and keep your elbows open. And you might find that you can go further in one direction than the other, and that's completely normal. So breathing out, twisting here, tummy muscles coming in, return back. Now, if you find this really uncomfortable, you can do the same, but with your hands across, so you're not having your hands behind you. But just remember throughout this exercise to keep your chest nice and open, and that height through your spine as well. So let's add a little pulse in now and see with each pulse, can you go a little bit further? Breathing out and pulse. So we're getting that gorgeous rotation. Out and pulse, and final one. All the way around, out and pulse. Come back through to center. Reach your arms up and float them down once again. Okay, so now I'd like to use your hands to bring your legs together. We're going to go into a little bit of a pelvic rock back. So we're going to get our deep core muscles here really working hard. So I'd like you to sit on the floor with your feet flat on the floor, hip distance apart. Knees are hip distance apart as well. And you're trying to find that lovely seated position here. So rather than slumping down, we're sitting nice and tall. Going to go into our pelvic rock back. So we're just going to get our lumbar spine moving a little bit. So place your hands behind your thighs, elbows nice and wide, piece of thread through the crown of your head once again. Breathe in. As you breathe out, let's tuck our tailbone underneath us and just go into a little pelvic rock. So you're keeping your shoulders balanced over your hips. Inhale to restack nice and tall. Keeping your knees the same distance apart throughout this exercise, not letting them fall in or out. Rocking back, shoulders over your hips. Inhale, come up. Lovely. Let's go 3 more times, trying to make this as smooth as we can. Restack here. And our final 2. If you need to float your feet off the floor, that's completely fine. It just depends on your ankle mobility, whether you can keep them on the floor. Okay, so now we're going to go into a full pelvic rock back. So reach your arms out in front, palms are facing, breathing in here. As you breathe out, let's tuck our spine underneath us, rolling back, using your core muscles to help you control. So use your glutes as well. Try not to grip through your hip flexors. Roll back as far as you can whilst maintaining that C curve in your spine. And then as we inhale, send your hands forward and restack. Good, let's go again. We're tucking our tailbone, rolling back, knees stay hip distance apart, shoulders melting down. Pausing here, feel your toe muscles coming up and in before sending your arms forward and restack. Good, we're going to go 2 more times like this. So rolling back, we're going to make it slightly more challenging after this one. Restacking, sitting nice and tall. Imagine that piece of thread just pulling through the crown of your head so you're sitting tall between each repetition. Rolling back once again, really strong through your core, shoulders melting down, and restack. Okay, we're going to add in a single leg extension. So now you're really going to have to control your hips and your core. So we're going to roll back, pausing here for an inhale. As we exhale, let's float one leg up, pointing your toe, keeping your thighs level with each other. Bring that leg down. Exhale, float the other leg up. Inhale down, send your breastbone forward and restack here. Okay, let's go again. Rolling back, nice and smoothly and slowly. Let's extend the opposite leg now and bring that leg down. Exhale to stretch. Inhale to lower. Reset tall. Going to go 2 more times on each side here. So if you need to rest, you can take your legs out to the side, give your hip flexors a little bit of a rub. If you find that you're really gripping through here, just think about turning on the backs of your legs and your glutes as well. And that's going to help support your legs rather than just using your hip flexors. Let's go again. Rolling back. Exhale and stretch. Inhale and lower. Exhale and stretch. Inhale and lower. Restacking here nice and tall. And going again. Rolling back. Tummy muscles coming in. Stretch and lower. Stretch and lower. Restacking all the way up. Sitting tall once again. Okay, so our final challenge, we're going to try and do both legs together. So you're going to have to balance on the back of your sacrum and on your sitting bones. But if this is too much, just go straight into that single leg extension and you can build up your strength and confidence in that way. So legs going together this time. Find that neutral position to start with. Rolling back, squeeze your legs together and then float them up and down with control. Restack up to the top. Let's try that again. We're going to roll back. Keep your gaze going forward. Balance here. Keep your legs squeezed together as you extend them. Bring them back down and come up. Let's see if we can go 2 more times here. Rolling back, shoulder blades melting down. Extend your legs. Remember to breathe. So we're breathing out to come back. Exhaling. Good, this is actually quite hard work. Coming all the way up and rest your legs out to the side. Well done. So bring your feet together and just open out your legs, giving them a little bit of a stretch here. And then finally, we are just going to roll ourselves down onto the floor. So if you can, just start to roll yourself down, controlling with your core muscles, making sure you don't hit the floor. Lengthening down, let's take our arms above us. Stretch your legs away and just give yourself a lovely stretch here. So reaching through your fingers, reaching through your toes, get a lovely stretch down the side of each waist as well. So just try and pick imaginary apples off a tree with your hands. Give yourself a little bit of a wiggle and then either roll onto your sides and push yourself up Or we can breathe in, breathe out, nod our chin, keep your legs heavy, roll all the way up through to seated. Okay, so just sitting nice and tall once again. Legs any way that you wish. We're going to go into 2 big breaths in and out. So let's breathe in, reaching all the way up, lovely stretching your fingers, press the air away. And we've got one more like this. Breathing out, reaching all the way up and press the air away. And give yourself a clap, well done. I really hope you enjoyed today's class. Let me know how you got on, and I'm going to be back tomorrow for another session. So enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.